Hey, this is Tips for Gamers, and here we are going over how to help Hexga, the White Nevron, from Stonewave Cliffs Tide Cavern in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions, and hit subscribe for more. Now, once you continue on the path inside Stonewave Cliffs until you hit the Tide Cavern, before you enter the Tide Cavern itself, you'll find this nice pretty white rock that you can actually interact with. This is because this is Hexga, an abandoned and incomplete white Nevron. Now simply interact with this white rock and later on, ask him how did this happen. That way you don't skip his dialogue and continue on to try and help him get unstuck from the rock that he is stuck on. Now the tooltip that Hexga will tell you is that he needs 3 special bright rocks, which you will find inside the Tide Cavern. Through the creepy area and very much dark cave, you'll reach a grapple point that you will go through and then finally reach the rope that heads downwards. This is a very steep drop, so you can't exactly just jump off from it. Now, once you go all the way down, you'll see that you'll have the actual Nevron that is not a white Nevron, and you'll also find these shiny rocks scattered across the cavern. Now, when you see these shiny rocks, you have to break these rocks to get the specific rock that you need to help the white Nevron. So simply approach the white crystals and then either shoot the crystal down or just manual hit, and you'll get a rock crystal, a glistening rock crystal. Now, just across this same floor of the Tide Cavern, you'll find at least 3 around the area. The first one being the most obvious, and as you just rotate around the specific area, you'll spot the other 2. Now, you may spot a crystal right next to a rope as well. Be careful because this is also a trap, but nonetheless, it is still the same rock crystal that you need to pick up. So you're going to have to take out a mob to complete Hexga's quest. And finally, other than the obvious crystals, there should be one more heading upwards through the light to find the last rock crystal to finally get 3. Once you receive all 3 rock crystals, it's time to go back to the rope of where you came from and head all the way back to Hexga, the White Nevron. Be careful resting onto the flag because resting will respawn the enemies that you just finished fighting inside the Tide Cavern. And finally, once you do reach Hexga, simply interact with him one more time and give him the rock crystals. This way, Hexga will finally come out of his rock, and with that, he will provide you a reward by leaving it on the ground here of where he was stuck on. The reward being the auto shell that applies a shell for 3 turns upon the battle start Pictos. Once that's over, you can choose to try and fight the White Nevron for extra goodies, otherwise you can just leave him be. That's it, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.